Hello boyfriends and girlfriends, this is Naomi Pete, and guess what? I'm the best girlfriend you never had. Today I want to talk about finances, and in particular I'd like to talk about credit reports and credit scores and how you can raise yours without a lot of time and without a lot of money. You are so lucky to have such a good girlfriend because I have a lot of experience in the field of finance. I was a licensed personal banker for a very large national bank, and I also was a mortgage loan officer for several mortgage companies, and so I know the way banks look at credit, and I know a lot about credit scores and financing. So a lot of people will tell you that the way to improve your credit score is, of course, to pay off your delinquent accounts, and also to contact the credit bureaus and get any discrepancies off of your credit report. And that's what a lot of these credit repair agencies, people who say, improve your credit in 30 days or whatever, a lot of these people, what they're doing is they will pull your credit report and they'll look at anything that's old, that's certain age limit on the report, and then they have you fill out a form that basically asks the credit bureau to either prove that that account is still active or remove it. And so that's how they help you repair your credit, and that's fine. That actually works really, really well. But I'd like to tell you a couple of things that not everybody will tell you and not everybody knows about. You can call them banker secrets. So the first one is what I call the secured loan secret, and this one sounds like it might be hard to do, but it really totally is not. The first thing, I'm just going to tell you the steps to it, and then I'm going to tell you why this works and how come you can do it with very little money. Here's the steps. This is what you would do. You would take $1,000 and go to the bank, and you give the $1,000 to a banker. Now I know this may have thrown you off already. You're like, I don't have $1,000 to give to a banker. I don't even have $1,000 free. I mean, I need every dollar that I have to spend on my bills. You're not actually going to give this $1,000 to the banker. You're actually going to get it right back. So you don't really need a free $1,000. So just follow me here, okay? So what you're doing is you go to the banker and you say, I'd like to do a secured loan, a secured personal loan. Here's the beauty of it. Normally a banker can do this in one day. You want to find out for sure, so you want to get a good banker who's experienced, and you want to ask them, can you do a secured loan right here, right now for me? Or do you have to wait a couple of days for approval? If they can do it right away, which most bankers can, then that's great. If we can do it all in the same day, that's great, because that way you don't actually need a free $1,000 that you can wait around for an approval on. So what you do is you ask if they can approve a secured loan quickly, all in one day, and you tell them you would like to do a secured loan for $1,000. Now some banks may do it for less than $1,000, but for the one I was working at and for a few that I know that you need at least $1,000 for the secured loan. So let's just say $1,000. You give the banker $1,000. They get you approved. Here's the good news here is that banks won't even really consider your credit score. It's not like them approving you for like a car loan or a home loan, because you're giving them $1,000, so it's not like they're risking anything. So a secured loan is very, very easy to get approved for, so don't worry about not having good credit. You give them $1,000, they get you approved for a secured loan for $1,000. So you give the $1,000 to the banker, and the banker gives you the $1,000 back. So you give the $1,000 to a banker, they put it in a secured account for you, they hold it in there as a security, then they write you a check. You fill out a bunch of loan paperwork, and they write you a check for $1,000. A lot of times you don't even have to take the check. If you want to just say, just deposit that $1,000 into my account instead, they can just deposit it into your account. So it's like you give them $1,000, they give you $1,000, go straight into your account. Then you tell your banker that you would like to have electronic payments taken out to pay for the loan. So that way it's nothing you have to think about. You're not even thinking about it. And normally on $1,000, I believe the payments it might be $30 to $40 a month, I think, that you'll be paying on it. You can do a long-term loan. Ask your banker what is the longest term that you can put out that loan for. The longer the better, because that's just longer that your credit will be built up. Because basically the idea is you want to start building a credit history with the bank. So you want to build up your loan history and have this reporting to the bank. Reporting to the credit bureau. So, as long as you can draw that thing out and just tell them, I'd like a long-term loan on this. And so this payment, this $30 or $40, is like you buying your credit back every month. You're paying a payment automatically. They can set it up for an automatic withdrawal from your account, and you're basically paying to get good credit every month. And you might say, well, I don't have that $1,000. I mean, you can use money that you need that day because the banker is giving it right back to you. I actually had a customer who really wanted to build her credit. She had, I guess you could say bad credit, but it was really like she had no credit. She just didn't have anything on her credit bureau at all, and so nobody would give her any credit because she didn't have any credit. And it was like this never-ending cycle. I want credit, but I can't get credit because I don't have credit. It doesn't make any sense. So I told her to do this. She borrowed the $1,000 from her mom just for one day. She asked her mom, can I borrow $1,000 for like 2 hours? And her mom said yeah. So she went to the bank and she saw me and she gave me the $1,000. I wrote her a check for $1,000. She gave it to her mom, and her mom deposited it back into her account in like an hour. So it's not like you even really have to have the money. And so every month you're just paying this little payment of $30-ish, and it's being reported to your credit bureau for as long as you want to have it. Now here's the beauty of it too, is that like I said, they gave you a loan for the other $1,000, which, so it's like you didn't even give them the $1,000, they gave it right back to you. But here's the beauty of it. Once you're finished paying on that loan, you get the $1,000 back. So the $1,000 that you put into the account in the first place, you get back because it's a secured loan. So that's the beauty of it. So let's say you keep this loan for like 2 years or 3 years. Then at the end of the 3 years, after you're done paying on it, you get $1,000 back. Fantastic. It's an awesome way to build your credit, and it has worked so many times. I'm telling you, it's a banker's secret. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is pretty simple too. If you already have credit cards and you can't figure out how to build your credit, a really easy way to do this is, especially this works if you have a lot of credit cards already, of course you want to pay them on time, of course, and but if you hit a wall where it's like, okay, I have too many credit cards, they're kind of close to their limits, and I can't get any more credit cards because everybody's saying you have too many credit cards close to their limits. What you do is, if you've been paying all of your credit cards on time, even if you have a couple, even if you just have 2, but this really works really good if you have a lot of credit cards, but even if you have a couple credit cards, call your credit cards, okay, look at the 1-800 number on the back of your credit cards, call every single one, talk to a customer service agent, and request a credit limit increase. This is my banker secret and my mortgage loan secret to all of you, and mortgage loan officers will tell you this all the time if you ask them. You need to always accept the credit limit increases. A lot of people don't want to accept the credit limit increases because they're afraid that they're going to use too much of the credit, which if that's the case, if you really think you're going to use it all, then don't do it. But you need to accept your credit limit increases, because the difference, the ratio, the difference between what you owe on the credit card and what they're willing to give you, your limit on the credit card, is something that helps your credit score. So let's say I have a credit card only, it's only good for like $500. That's fine. If I owe $495 on that card, my credit score is not as good, even if I've been paying perfect on it. But if I only owe $100 on that card, it looks like I have a lot more of a availability, and so I have a better credit score. And so you always want to increase your credit limits. So you can go through all your cards, increase your credit limits to the max, see how much they'll give you, and then your ratio will look better right away. So you can do that without even spending a dime. So those are 2 ways that you can improve your credit score easily and quickly, and I hope that helps. Thank you so much, and have a good day.